It's a nice place. Well, I might have been born just poor white trash, but I sold 1 million records, made a little cash. The doctors and the lawyers, they don't think it's funny that they're living next door to white trash with money. White trash with money, let's go. Listen, did you know? Welcome to White Trash with Money. Welcome back to White Trash with Money. Yours truly, Justin Danger Nunley. Listen, did you know my co-host?
Matt Lotta.
Yeah, the flip. Can I do this?
No.
Are we good? Mm. Yeah, Matt Lotta. And our guest today, the Chad Prather.
What's up?
Some nice boots. What kind of boots are those?
I don't know. Anderson B. I got a lot of boots. Matt's got a lot of flip-flops.
How long have you had them boots, man?
I don't know.
Them things have seen better days, ain't they?
Dude, I've had some where I've run through, there's holes in the bottom of them.
Really?
I've got pictures like I've used to put out for things that are going to make me money. And people are like, definitely got to hire him. I can see his toe.
Yeah.
Dude, you're sitting there, you got the sexy pose. Everybody in Nashville's got the sexy pose where, you lean back against a brick wall in an alley somewhere, or maybe it's a train trestle. Stick your foot out.
I'm a boot guy. I love boots. Don't wear them a whole lot.
Every day of my life.
But I do love boots. I've got a lot of them. It's about like, baseball caps. Don't wear them every day, but I've got enough that would last me a lifetime.
I get, you know how this is. Everybody wants to give you a hat. Mm-hmm. And I got a big old head, so I tell people, I can't wear that if it's a snapback.
What size?
7 3/4.
Good God.
It's a big nut.
So my granddad had such a big head that if he had a snapback, he would just cut the thing out of the back and it would just sit on top of his head.
Yeah, no, I don't wear hats for the reason you wear hats, like blocking the sun. I wear it to cover my bald head. And,
you going bald?
Oh, I done gone. It's pretty much there, there. She's there.
Yeah.
I don't care how I comb it either. I can color it, put some stuff on it. Yeah. It's still bald. But ball caps, I got a weird shaped head. Like years ago, American Hat Company's been a sponsor of mine for, 13, 15 years. And they got that deal where they can measure your head, and then they put it on an index card, and it shows the shape of your head. Mine looks like a broken kidney bean.
Really?
Yeah, so if I put a hat on, it just looks like a yarmulke with a brim.
And you're a model.
I mean.
Right? Don't you do modeling and stuff?
No, I don't do no modeling.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I promise. I just look good.
Yeah.
I just know the angles on my face. I like to hold the phone a little bit higher, see myself like the Lord does from above, one chin like he created me to be. No, the older we get, those fat rolls are coming back like when I was a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They will sneak back up on you.
Oh, they didn't sneak. They boom.
They got the TRT now, though.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me.
You dabbled into that?
I did it. I got into I got a sore ass right now because I got the pellets. Well, I was doing a show a couple of years ago with my doctor. I was actually in Tampa. I was down in Florida. Mm-hmm. Did a show. My doctor friend, he was there, and I said, man, I feel like crap. I'm 52. So this is about 3 years ago. And I said, I feel like crap. He said, you come in the clinic tomorrow. I'll give you something that's going to fix you right up. I said, what are you going to do? He said, we're going to put something in your butt. I said, I've tried that.
That sounds gay, brother.
It didn't feel good. And he said, I said, what are you going to do? And he goes, we're going to put some testosterone in there. I said, as long as it ain't yours. But, dude, Justin, I'll tell you the truth. 3 days later, I felt like a 17-year-old boy. Like I could feel my pulse, and it wasn't in my neck. I was ready to salute something, hang a flag.
That thing beats so hard, cat can't scratch it, ain't
Boy,
it?
I'm telling you what, they talk about if you have an erection that lasts 4 hours, call your doctor. I call my friends. I want them to see. I shake hands like this, wide open. And in fact, I'm so excited about it that I've learned my evening protocols. Take a roofie and a Viagra, see which one kicks in first, right there at bedtime. And if you pass out, you ain't gonna roll off the bed. And if you do, you'll stick the landing, Matt.
Every time.
Give a whole new meaning to hardwood floors, Daddy.
Lord,
every single time.
I mean, God gave us those things, and we love them. But here's the problem: the older we get, we keep taking those pills. I say, you got that little 3-inch fireman laying on that sack of balls. Let him just rest. We treat him like Muhammad Ali. Keep bringing him out of retirement so somebody else can beat up on him. Just quit. Stop. Let him lay there. He looks comfortable.
Yeah.
But y'all got, it's like he hunkered down like a button in a fur coat.
Yeah.
Why pull him out? He's like Puxatawny Phil. Want to hold him up. Ain't no damn shadow.
No.
That's funny. I never said that before. I should add that into
That's
something.
pretty good. How long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
Oh, I still don't. We every now and then I get around Matt Lyda and I come up with another joke, or he tells me one, and I steal it.
I'm glad you're here because he always accuses me of stealing his punchlines.
Oh, you know what? I do this for a living, and if I was left with the one joke I stole from Matt Lyda, there's two jokes. One I still tell on stage, and one I can't tell because it pisses people off.
One you can't tell so good.
The one I can't tell is so good. He's told me, he said, growing up where we grew up, he'll correct me on this. He said, it was so bad. You know how some places have toys for tots at Christmas? He said, we were so far down in the woods, we had toys for tards. And he said you could show up in the mobile home park, and he said it didn't matter. There was no age limit. Like, everybody just got a toy. And they might be drooling and, chewing on something.
They don't know how old they are.
They don't have a clue.
Towards everybody.
Oh, my God.
They don't have a clue. But then the other one that I use, every time I get on stage, I talk about growing up in the woods of Georgia, and we were so country that I got a cousin that got arrested for selling chicken salad sandwiches at a cockfight because she didn't have a food permit. Now, you told it pimento cheese.
Because that was what it was.
That's the true story.
That's the true story.
Now,
yeah.
I tell chicken salad because I always say that, but she was a genius at marketing because she called it the loser special, right? So it always gets a good laugh. But
And and I'll have to, where you got those jokes, we were in Las Vegas.
Okay,
and it was maybe the first time we ever really hung out.
Mm-hmm.
And we're at a 3-card poker table. And we started at about 9 p.m. And about 5 a.m., I looked at Chad and I said, Chad, I've got a 7 o'clock in the morning meeting. And he goes, well, what time is it? I said, 5. And he goes, well, where's it at? I said, it's right there at that restaurant. He goes, well, at least you ain't got a long walk.
We stay at Hoss.
Let me tell you, Matt Lyda at a SHOT Show in Vegas is like a who's who. He sits down in that restaurant and have those meetings, and it's a line of people, man. They just start showing up wanting to deal with Matt Lyda. He's like the Godfather. Somebody's in there asking for favors. I was out in Vegas. I got a place out there now. I got a condo. I think they call them timeshares, but I got.
That's not a condo.
Shut up, Matt. We were out there and went out. I got roofied at a midget convention back in July.
Huh?
Yeah. This is true. This happened. We go out there and we're at the convention center there. And I came down the elevator, the deal, and I noticed they had like a step stool in front of the buttons on the elevator, and then there were step stools in the bathroom in the lobby because I had to pee, and there were step stools in front of the sinks and the urinals, and I go, damn, must be some short people out here. What's going on? I go out there and they got these banners all over the place, says Little People of America. Like a week-long convention, I come to find out. And I didn't know what it was, but then the sessions let out and the doors opened up. It looked like somebody kicked an anthill. Man, it was a sea of humanity. There were like 5,000 just little people. And you know how you have bucket list items, like maybe I want to go jump out of an airplane or hike in the Grand Canyon. You know those. But then you got the bucket list items you didn't know you had, like sex with a midget. Like, I didn't know. And the cool thing about it is you could just run your arm around, just grab like 6 of them like a minnow bucket and just see which one wiggle out. But you can hold on to them pretty good. But I go in the bar, man, they are partying. I mean, it's like good time under the rainbow. And I'm sitting at the bar stool, girl next to me standing on hers. And I asked her, I said, what the hell is this? What's going on? And she said, Little People of America, we get together every July for 8 days. I don't know, the little people got to do an extra day or something. I don't know. But she said, we do 8 days. And I said, well, what do you do here? And she said, well, and she told me, she's like, I'm a heart surgeon. And I was like, on real people? Like, what? Like, I can just picture her like taking a pumpkin-sized thing out of somebody. She said,
playing the game Operation.
I'm telling you.
Like in there with the tweezers.
We represent the lollipop. I was tripping out, and she was cool, man. And she said they put her on a hydraulic lift, and they got the tools that fit her hands. And she said, we get together. She goes, we network with people like ourselves. We find people that are, like us. We find dates. We find mates. We do business. She said, we hook up just like everybody. She said, we've even had orgies. And I'm thinking, you could put 9 of y'all in a king-size bed. Y'all wouldn't be able to find each other. But I was getting excited, right? And so, like I said, I got roofied. I took a sip of my drink. Next thing I know, I was feeling happy, and then I felt sleepy, and then I felt grumpy.
That is such a bad joke.
Well, I mean, their hands were all over me. I was like Gulliver tied down with the Lilliputians, man. They were running everywhere.
Oh my God.
It's kind of
It's a
spooky.
great setup. That's a
That
great
is-
joke.
that's a
That's
good- that's a
joke.
good-
I mean,
that's a good
I'm
one.
telling you.
Yeah.
So we were in Vegas one time, and we were sitting there playing cards, and Chad had gotten overserved.
That's every time.
Chad don't drink a lot, but he gets overserved a lot. You know, he gets all that bad ice sometimes in the drinks. And do you remember this? You had a pile of chips in front of you that were scattered out across that table.
Yeah. I don't
And-
like piling them up. I like a mess.
It was a mess, okay? And that pit boss does not like that. And we're at the Venetian. He comes over and said, "Sir," and I mean, Chad at this point, he's not, I mean, it's a rough sight. You need to get your chips in order and everything. Chad's like, "Oh, no, I just have a lot of chips." And the guy goes, "No, sir, we don't do that here." He said, "You need to get your chips in order." And Chad's like, "No." And he goes, "We're going to have to ask you to leave." And Chad looked at him and said, "Why don't you walk outside this casino and look whose face on the side of that building?"
It was a big sign with my face on the side of the building.
And I was like, that's the most arrogant thing I've ever heard.
And I never had to pull that card except for in Vegas.
Did it work?
It worked.
Did it work?
Yeah.
It worked.
He goes, "Sorry, Mr. Prather. Is there anything we can get
You know what? We were in Vegas. I was out there for NFR, and Fred Whitfield, who I don't know, Fred's won. You know, Fred's about 6'5", black dude, tie down calf roper. Fred's won 8 or 9 world championships. Big old black guy, man. And he's a good buddy of mine. And we were out there together, and he calls me one day, and he says, we're in Vegas for NFR. And he goes, "Man," he's 6'5". He's like, "Man, I won the cent shootout. I've got to go pick up a check and a belt buckle." And I said, "Well, let's go." So we jump in the limo. We go over there, and he gets his check, gets a belt buckle. I said, "Fred, give me that belt buckle." And he says, "Man, I'm not giving you my buckle. That's just weird." And I said, "Give me the buckle, dude. You got thousands of buckles. Give me that buckle." He goes, "You give me your buckle." I said, "This is a CMA award. I'm not giving you this." Anyway, finally, I'm like, "You know what, Fred? Let's trade." I mean, it's the gayest thing I've ever done with a black man. Well, but so I get this buckle, we just, whatever. Next year I'm out there, I'm wearing Fred's buckle. And I go to Gillies. I'm with Kevin Fowler and Cody Jinks and a few other guys. And we're having a time. And this girl comes up to me at Gillies, and she's talking to me, and I'm like, all right, this is going to be a good night. It's going to be a good night. So we wound up something playing blackjack. Next thing we know, we go up to the room. And I'm thinking, I'm too drunk to do anything with this girl, so I just passed out. Well, I woke up the next day, and the belt buckle was missing. The girl had left with the belt buckle and my blood pressure medicine. I think she thought that lisinopril would get her high, but it won't. If you got the hydrochlorothiazide in there, it'll make you pee. But it's gone. Well, every now and then I'd see Fred. I'd run into him, and he'd be like, "Man, where's that buckle?" I said, "You ain't getting that buckle back, Fred. That's my buckle." So finally, 2 years had gone by from losing the buckle. And he said, "Man," because it hit me. That girl was a hooker. I didn't know. I didn't do anything with her. I would have, but I couldn't. And I go, she didn't get paid, so she stole Fred Whitfield's buckle. So finally, I just confessed. I told Fred, I said, "Man, here's what happened." Tell him the story. He said, "Man, you gave my buckle to a hooker." I said, "No, Fred, the worst part is there's a prostitute in Vegas that thinks Fred Whitfield has a little dick." Says so right down the buckle, Fred Whitfield. I'm telling you, Vegas. We were out there with Undertaker. And we were out there, we were at Caesar smoking cigars. And Undertaker, you talking about going through whiskey. And he told him, he said, "This isn't Jack Daniels." And the girl was going to argue with him. She said, "That's Jack Daniels." And I said, "This man's 6'10". Bring him another bottle. Like, make him happy. And so he's kind of bitching about it. He don't bitch much, but he's kind of grumbling, having a good time. And I said, "You know, Taker, I think I'm going to just punch you in the face." And he said, "I better not find out about it."
And you were sitting back smoking that cigar in that big old chair when you told him that.
I'm telling you, dude.
And we're sitting there with Tig from Benghazi and some Recoil magazine folks, all that stuff. And he called you out in front of everybody.
He did, and I could take it because you have no other choice. We were, I was doing a show in Dallas. I think we had like 4,000 people coming to this show. And I said, "Taker," I said, What would it take to get you to come up there and come out on stage and kind of body slam me, in front of all those people? He said, I'll break your neck for free. It's like, you're a good friend.
Good friend.
You're a good friend.
Oh my goodness. Well, Chad, when did you start doing social media? Because you've been doing it for, it feels like
when it
since
started,
day one.
when it popped off, like, I don't know if this is something to be proud of, but I was like the first dude that ever sat in his truck and made a video.
Yeah.
Like, that became a thing. Everybody started doing it. And so it was over 10 years ago. But I was doing a television show. It was a humor travel show about horses, and we traveled all over the country, see if they could kill me on a horse. I played polo, mounted shooting, stagecoach races. We were out at Walt Scott's, who was John Wayne's stunt man. We were out at his ranch getting shot off of horses, everything, getting drugged behind them. I mean, it's just crazy stuff they put me up to. And so when I was doing that, I thought, well, social media, YouTube, Facebook, all that is sort of like owning your own TV network. You can put whatever content you want on there. And so all these hot girls work for the network, and the network executives were like, the network really could use a viral video. They were thinking one of the hot girls would get that, and it was me. I went viral, and kept going viral. You know how when that thing avalanches, it's like everything you put out there, you could burp on that thing and 10 million people are watching it. Mm-hmm. They were pissed off that it was me and not one of the girls, but I liked it. And I just kind of had lightning in a bottle. I didn't know what to do with it. This was back before it wasn't monetized back then. Like YouTube was, but Facebook, where all the real views were, it wasn't monetized. You couldn't do anything on that. So
it was before the algorithm would force feed you stuff,
right.
Like somebody had to find it and share it, and you'd have to see the video through your friends sharing it, basically, to know to go follow somebody.
Right. When it blew up for me, I always counted the shares, not the views. Because if somebody was telling your story for you, that was the thing of success. Because we were viewed well over 3 billion times, I think. I mean, it was insane within the space of a couple of years. I mean, it got the attention of Hollywood. I was represented by agencies out there. I pitched sitcoms to every network out there except for NBC. By then, I was pretty well known in conservative humor circles and the political side of things, and so we were blackballed pretty quick on that. COVID hit. COVID affected a lot of different things. We just, the beauty of social media and doing what we do is you can sort of reinvent yourself if you're smart enough to do it. And so I've had to do that a few times, but back in 2015, I had a comedian friend of mine who said, why don't you do comedy? And I said, because I'm not a comic. I'm a storyteller, but I'm not a comic. And he goes, who gives a shit? If people are buying tickets, call it whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. So that happened, and it blew up really, really big. I mean, we were doing a lot of shows, 4 cities a week for the longest time. And now I still go out and do them. I don't do as much as I used to just because I'm 52 and tired,
That's that low T kicking in.
It is, but I got pellets 3 days ago, so I got to SOAS.
What in the hell's a pellet?
They put it in instead of doing the shots.
What do you
they
mean,
give
like
you
a
little
suppository?
No, they don't do that hole. They create a new one. They give you a little. I tried sticking them up there. Thought I could save money on a nurse practitioner, but they don't melt the same way.
Back when we were younger, man, like whatever happened to suppositories?
I know.
Because when we were younger, man, that was secure all. Oh,
boy, if you got nauseated, shove them right up your butt.
Yeah.
I just take all my vitamins that way now.
What? I don't believe I'd have told that.
They say, and then people do it. You say people put like the liquor up their butt, do the.
Oh yeah, butt chugging.
That's what they do because that's soft tissue down there, and they say that's why you get the either. Well, there's a couple things that happen.
If you soak a tampon like in vodka and shove it up your ass, you'll get.
Sounds like a good Tuesday. But the reason people talk about whiskey or liquor sneaking up on you is because that's how long it took to get through your system and hit your butthole. Because that's where it really absorbs. That's where it all happens. That's where it gets absorbed in the bloodstream. Now, you catch a little bit along the way, but then all of a sudden, bam, it hits you and you're hammered. And that's also why you get whiskey shits, because your body, your liver doesn't process alcohol. It turns it into solid waste because you don't piss out alcohol.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That could be one of your videos. True? It's true.
Yeah.
Like that could be like one of yours. Hey.
Listen, did you know?
See, yeah, I mean that kind of makes sense because they say that you expel most of the alcohol through your breath and shit and
Well, and that's why you get cirrhosis of the liver because you're putting a liquid on your liver that it can't handle. So
Hey, Andy, can you fact check that?
fact check me. Let's see what's up.
Can you
He already knows
piss
it,
out
probably.
alcohol?
Yes, alcohol is excreted through urine.
He can't
Yes.
say the word.
Your butt duck?
It's probably got an R in it.
That's
Whatever
what
the
it
word
says,
is.
excreted.
But
He's
your liver,
squeezed.
your liver don't like dealing with alcohol, so
Right.
that's why next day you get to
Huh.
shits. Now it'll process some of it, but it's
Yeah.
liquid.
Of all the people that knows anything about alcohol, it's Chad Prather.
But that's why people shove it up their butt and do that. Anyway, I love the Lord.
Thank God for
What?
Calvary.
So did you grow up? You grew up religious in a religious household?
Oh yeah.
What,
My mama beat.
denomination?
We were sort of Baptist. We were too charismatic to be Baptist and too Baptist to be charismatic. My preacher, Wade, he used to say we ripped our britches. Nobody liked us, man. But no, we had a good time. My mother was a piano player for the church, and my dad. I was telling this story the other day. I was in the Walgreens and I saw control top pantyhose, and I didn't know they still had control tops. I thought everything was Spanx now, you know.
What's control top?
Control top pantyhose was at the top. There's three parts. It's scuba gear up at the top, about like bicycle shorts that turn into pantyhose, so it keeps your wrinkles, you know,
Yeah.
all together. But then it's got that 5-inch wide white cotton crotch that runs from tip to tip
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
middle.
yeah.
And so then women are snatching things on there, and you know,
Keep the camel toe.
yeah,
hidden.
it gets everything slenderized. And when you're 5 or 6 years old, you know, I was the youngest of my brothers, and so I had to be the bank robber. So when you pulling things over your head, and that white cotton crotch, when it ain't white no more, hits your nose and mouth, it becomes a feral fight for survival. I mean, you're trying to escape the birth canal all over again.
Right.
And so inevitably, every Sunday morning, my church piano playing mama would find a run in her control tops. And it was my fault, so my dad would be pissed at me because he had to remember which shade of nude she needed from the Eckerts. And so he'd go down there and get those legs eggs. You remember came in the egg,
yeah.
the Hanes or legs eggs, whatever it was, legs. And me and my brothers were happy because we got a new football. But yeah, I grew up in church, grew up gospel music, and I say that I grew up in a family of cowboys. I was the least cowboy of all of them. I grew up in a family of musicians. I was the least musician of all of them, but I was the only person in my family that was ever able to take those two things and make any money from it, so they can all kiss my ass. They're white trash. We were all white trash. I got out, you know.
You got out.
I went to the University of Georgia, and I didn't know nothing. I was naive, man.
Oh, you're a bulldog?
Oh, bulldog.
Roll
I'm a
Tide?
bulldog. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, though.
You're from Augusta, right?
From Augusta,
Yeah.
Disgusta, the land of white flight. Everybody left. Even the Masters, the area over there where the Augusta National is, they're trying to secede from Augusta. It's crazy. Them old folks with money, they're like, we want out.
But a lot of gypsies over here too.
Oh yeah, right on the other side of the river.
Yeah.
The gypsy camp.
Yeah.
That's a whole other story. Watch those documentaries.
Man, all
They
those
put aluminum
mansions.
foil on their windows. They won't move in until it's paid for.
Yeah,
They put aluminum foil on the windows to keep the spirits out.
Yeah.
That and their
drive
12-year-old
through Augusta.
wives.
It's the wildest thing
You
you'll
go
ever
over to
see.
Edgefield and get on the other
Really?
side on the South Carolina side.
Why Augusta?
That's where they are.
Yeah,
Seasonally.
Ma-
They
I
move
mean,
around.
mansions.
You'd
Built-
see them too, walking through the mall or whatever. And you'd watch them. They come in the store because they were there to steal, buddy. Them little 12-year-old girls, they made up like Tammy Faye. I mean, the hair all bouffoned up. They getting ready to get married. Seriously, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't want to offend your fan base by saying that. But
Pick them young, they'll pick your ducks. Pick them old, they'll pick your wallet.
But I went, yeah. But I went to the University of Georgia, and I was naive. Like they would say things like, you know, that fraternity house is haunted, and I was like, I don't know what that means. And they said, well, it's got a ghost. I was like, I don't know what that is. And they would tell me. And they're like, you never heard of that? I was like, where I grew up, if you died in a mobile home, you weren't coming back. Like, there's going to be no haunting. Our houses weren't possessed. They got repossessed. We didn't have that issue, right? And plus, we had holes in the floor, so those spirits just go right out. But we grew up in the woods, man. My Aunt Shirley, she was the snake lady at the discotheque downtown.
What in the hell's the discotheque?
The discotheque's a strip club. It used to be. They closed it down. It's
There
down
was
there
a
where
snake lady?
yeah, snake lady come out with like this 45-pound boa constrictor. I don't know why anybody's supposed to get turned on by a snake on a stripper. I was more entertained, and I saw it because when we were 16, 17 years old and could drive, she'd work the holiday shifts like Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day so that the girls could go home to their illegitimate children. And so we would, we'd go down there. The family would send us down with a covered plate for Aunt Shirley. And we'd go in the back door and slip down and put it in the kitchenette. And we always knew when not to look because we learned the hard way that Aunt Shirley always came out to Def Leppard's Pour Some Sugar on Me, which is every white girl's fantasy stripper song.
Right.
If you're a redneck, they're coming out to pour some sugar on me. And we wish Def Leppard had written a song called Pour Some Clothing on Aunt Shirley, because I don't know if you've ever seen a stripper with gout, but she'd hobble out there.
I guarantee you Andy has.
You look hard enough, you see that wobble, and you're like, there's Aunt Shirley. But she's missing her arm on the left side from the elbow down. And she used to wear one of those steel prosthetics, and so she'd come out there and just latch onto that pole like channel lock pliers and kick that swollen foot out there and go to swinging around. And had that icy hot patch on her back. But she had
That wasn't
bruises.
icy hot. That's the pain patch.
I'm telling you, dude, it was probably one of them narco deals.
slow release meth.
Well, you ever saw Aunt Shirley on the pole, you'd beg for some. But she had bruises on her body because them old men would come in there like 4 p.m. and sit at those cocktail tables and break those paper rolls of quarters out, because this wasn't a folding money establishment. They'd throw them that change up there like a wishing well, and she'd swing into it, and it sounded bouncing off her body like the sprinklers going off in your front yard. Ta, 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 ta. And then quarters just hitting that snake. And it was like, you didn't know what you were going to see, man. Girls with rashes, all that. It's like, why did somebody come in here, It was like going into a Star Wars bar. You just like aliens, do, 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 do. And so, I'll never forget, we got caught peeking through the little curtain in the hallway, and this dancer, she pulls this thing back, looking at it eyeball to eyeball. She said, "You want to dance, big boy?" I was like, "No, Chewbacca." She said, "You gay or something?" I was like, "I'm getting there.
This is making me think.
I'm getting
I
there.
ain't far from it.
If this was the option." So yeah, the discotheque, man. Yeah,
Ooh,
Augusta,
man.
Georgia.
Mike Trout.
Power hitter.
Power
hitter.
hitter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike Trout is a phenomenal. I think we're supposed to be doing an ad read right now.
I still
for
put
Merit Productions.
Tony Gwynn still.
Merit Productions. You should use Merit Productions for all your business content needs. They're into BDSM,
What?
business development through social media.
Justin, I don't think that's what BDSM stands for, buddy.
That's what it means right now.
I think you are mistaken.
Merit Productions. Use them for all your business development through social media needs.
Have you heard about our Fly Stay Ride program?
Yeah, if you want to pick up a bike, new or used, they'll fly you out, put you in a hotel, and you just ride it home.
Well, now you have. What am I doing?
That's Augusta's rough. People don't realize
It's rough.
Yeah, people don't realize how rough.
It's a good
Augusta
place to
is.
grow up, but then it stopped being that.
And when did you move to Texas?
25 years ago. I was
Yeah.
conceived in Texas. I'm a pro-life guy. I believe I got Texas DNA. Life begins, But I was born in New Jersey. My Wikipedia says that too, and that sucks because I didn't put that on there. Damn liberals. Want to edit shit. And but I was born in New Jersey. That's just where my mother was when she went into labor with me. Couldn't help that.
What part of Texas?
Fort Worth was home forever, and then about 3 years ago, I moved down to North Houston.
Yeah.
And
Is that why you're an Astros fan?
I'm really not. I'm just a homeboy. I like them all.
Yeah.
I was born a Cowboys fan, and that sucks.
Yeah. It
Really
does. Go
sucks.
Bills.
Yeah,
Go Bills, yeah.
I like the Bills. I think they got some stuff. Cowboys don't. They won the other night, but they suck. I was doing an event with Roger Staubach. I've done several events with Roger Staubach, and he remembers, he's boring. He remembers every play he ever did with the Cowboys. Every play. He can tell you what down, who was in front of him, everything. And I told him, I said, my mother...
That must have been before they invented CTE.
I mean, Roger's got to be 90 years old now, and still,
Is he?
he can tell you everything about it. And I told him, I said, the night I was born, my father didn't want to take my mother to the hospital when she went into labor with me because the Cowboys were in overtime with the Redskins. And he goes, what year? I go, 72. He goes, that's right. I didn't play. I said, no, sir, you had shoulder surgery in the preseason and you were out. And he goes, I love this. He said, if I'd have been playing, we wouldn't have been in overtime. Back when the Cowboys were for real.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Did he win a Super Bowl?
Roger Staubach?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. 1, 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did he win too?
I've been fortunate enough to know all the Cowboys. I'm friends with Troy Aikman. I just had lunch with Troy
Well, we were at
last week.
what is that? The Military Bowl or something like that. And Daryl Johnson was there at TCU and got to hang out with him for a little bit. And I mean, you're one of those people that have lived a life that is
A lot of lives.
a lot of lives.
A lot of lives, dude.
I mean, you were you like a veterinarian or something overseas?
No, I was delivering babies overseas, human babies. I went all the way to West Africa to meet a white girl from Alabama. That was the mother of my children. You want to talk about a needle in a haystack? Yay me!
Really?
I found her ass.
What part of Alabama?
She's from up on Sand Mountain.
Really?
She's still up there.
Oh, so it wasn't just your aunt that would handle snakes.
No. Listen, her mama's 100 yards from that. It was on one of those old TV deals, those Inquirer type TV shows like Inside Edition or whatever.
Well, they've done documentaries on.
I know
Mountain,
that
man. It's
dude in
crazy.
Scottsboro tried to kill his wife by putting her in a snake pit. He was
Yeah.
the preacher, wanted to murder his wife, and made it look like she fell in the snake pit. She survived, got bit like 20 times, and she lived to testify. But they had it on Inside Edition where this snake handling woman, the preacher's
Testify in
wife,
court and in church.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm telling you, preacher's wife, she got bit and she died, and the court said, you can't handle any more snakes. We're going to take the children away from you. A year later, he got bit and died, all on video. And this was 100 yards
they didn't
behind.
have to take the kids away.
No, they did it themselves.
Yeah. Sounds like that problem just worked itself out. you
I
know?
know. And them people, man, I got a friend of mine said there's enough stupid on Sand Mountain to fill up the whole planet. They're still 35 years behind the rest of the world.
Man, you would think, though, I've thought about this a lot, right? Because that's not too far from where I grew up. You would think, because there's a lot of people that follow that stuff, right?
Yeah.
You would think after the first few people got bit and died, maybe the Lord ain't protecting anybody from
It ain't
snake
Mark
bites.
16 ain't working.
Right, yeah.
You quote it all you want. Like, that's a whole other deal. No, I knew some potato farmers. I lived up there for a minute on Sand Mountain, a couple years. And
Did you ever go to any of these churches?
Hell no. I'm scared of a snake. Listen, I was on a tractor, and I was out there, and we were tilling up this stuff to plant potatoes. And this rattlesnake popped out there in the field. Well, I rolled the tractor, front wheel of the tractor, over the snake's tail, and he's just trying to get away. And they were going to come up and kill it with a hoe or whatever. And this old boy come run up. He's like, stop. We take it to church. We take it to church. He's passionate about it. He grabbed that thing up. I said, have it.
I tell you what, you sound about like my dad. My dad, no snake is a good snake.
Right there
Now,
with you.
down there, and I live right outside of Fort Walton Beach, right? And have you ever heard of glass lizards?
Yes.
So, have you heard of a glass? So
Yes.
they're lizards, but they don't have legs.
That's a snake.
Not really, but they're really not. If you look at their heads, I mean, they slither. They slither like snakes. But if you look at their heads, it's a lizard, brother.
It's a
You know
lizard.
am I not wrong?
It's a lizard.
My dad will have a come apart. This happened not too long ago. There's a glass lizard in the backyard, and Dad's like, they basically go get a hoe, go get a gun. He wasn't talking about my mama. He was talking about, the garden tool, right? So I was like, no, we don't kill those. Those are good. Those ain't even snakes. He's like, that is a snake. And I was like, no, I'll walk over there, pick it up, throw it over the fence, whatever. And glass lizards. A lot of people don't know
I
about
saw
them.
one time with two heads. You
No
know about
shit.
two heads.
That's
glass
Revelations.
lizard.
That's Revelations.
Two
That's,
heads.
Yeah.
He said, that's Revelation. The Bible tells us the
That's a
devil.
monster.
The Bible
Talks
says
about
it.
that, brother.
That's a monster.
Yes. I just had a snake under my patio furniture. Had Nature Nigel show up.
What kind of snake was it?
So,
If it was a black snake.
Oh, you
then
did a
it's
video of that. You
Yeah,
sent old boy over there to get
so
him.
The whole thing is a water snake and a cottonmouth look exactly alike.
Yeah.
So I'm no snakeologist, so I ain't got a clue what this thing
Snakeologist.
is. I can just see the little body hanging out the side of it. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning, and my wife was actually going up to Augusta for friends moving up there. So anyway, I ended up calling this guy Denzel. I said, man, I need to come out here and get this snake. He said, man, I can't get out there at 6 p.m., but I got a buddy. He ain't got a business,
Oh,
but this is
Lord.
what he likes to do.
He likes to do
He
it.
said his name's Nigel, Nature Nigel.
Does he get paid to do it?
No, he just likes going and picking up snakes. He's a cook. That's what he likes
No,
to
see
do.
that right there, that's somebody with a damn screw loose.
Yes.
That's a mental illness.
Yeah, it is.
So Nature Nigel shows up, and he gets out of his car, and I look at him. I said, "Dude, you're black," and he goes, "Oh, I know." And I said,
This a black man?
I said, black people don't do this stuff.
I have
Nigel.
never met a black man that liked snakes.
I said, Nigel.
Or could swim.
Well, here you go. We're in my backyard. And I said, so you're into this stuff? He goes, I love it. And I go, well, I got a swimming pool too. I said, you want to really break all stereotypes? I was like, my God. I said, jump in. I was like,
You ever known of a more wasted emoji than the black person swimming?
no,
I mean, you call up your friend Shaniqua and say, why isn't Tyrone calling me back? And she's like, he drowned. What do you mean he drowned? Or say he died. Well, how did he die? That's a long scroll to get over to black man swimming.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody ever used black man swimming emoji on purpose.
No, I tell you, me living down there on the beach, a lot of black people come down there to the beach.
They got them orange deals on.
No, they won't get in the water. They're hanging out on the sand. Now, where they do go, they'll go to the water park. They'll go to big kahunas.
Yeah.
They'll go slide down the slides.
Yeah.
But they ain't getting in the Gulf.
No. Yeah, he came out there and I was like, Nigel, this doesn't seem. I said, y'all seem a little smarter than this. I was like, y'all don't mess around with snakes. He picked up that patio furniture. He saw it. He just reached down there and grabbed it, threw it in that bucket. And he goes, all right, I think we got the problem solved. I said, absolutely not. I said, you drove all the way out here, buddy. I said, you may not know this, but I said, I've got cash in my pocket and we're going to walk this whole property. And I said, and you're going to
Did
look
y'all find any more?
We didn't find any more. He said, man, I like to go in your neighbor. He goes, I'd like to look in your neighbor's yard if I could. I said, well,
That's a
shoot.
peeping Tom.
I was like,
Yeah, I like to look in your neighbor's window.
He's like, it's 5:30 in the morning. There's going to be women getting ready. That's a peeping Tom,
I
brother.
was like, oh, Cody'll be fine. I said, he's got his dogs and stuff. And I said, he don't want his dogs getting bit. I said, come on, let's go back here. So we went through.
he even went back there with dogs?
Well, the dogs.
That dude's an
Well,
anomaly.
no. He even said, he goes, well, it says beware of dogs. And I went, the dogs are put up. And I was like, now we're black. Okay. I figured it out. You are.
I send my mom a DoorDash I'll be in Texas. I send my mom a DoorDash in Georgia, and she's still down in those same woods I grew up in. And those guys will drive down there, and they'll call me, and they'll be like, hey, man, these dogs out here in the yard, they all right. Yeah, go ahead.
You're going to find out.
You'll
They're
know.
just fine. Well, they going crazy. Go see about it.
You'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Carry that steak up there. No, it's a good time. No, I was delivering babies. I was doing all kind of stuff in Africa. I just wanted to go, so I
What
went.
the hell sent you to Africa?
I just wanted to go. I'd never been. So I went, and I kept going. I stayed.
Chad,
and
that don't make any sense.
It don't. You know what the Yoruba word for
The what
white
word?
Yoruba? That's what they speak in southern Nigeria. That's the
Okay.
main language. Nigeria is the size of Texas and Oklahoma put together. It's massive. You don't go up north; they cut your head off.
Do
up
they
there.
have tornadoes too?
No, they got tsunamis. They got the tsunamis. It's 2 dry seasons, 2 wet seasons. Dry season, you get covered by the harmattan dust. It's stuff that blows off the Sahara.
So it's like pre-menopause, post-menopause.
Sort of like
Yeah,
that.
Got it.
Yeah, it's equally tempestuous.
Yeah.
So we would we go up there and I met the mother of my children, and I got 4 kids. They're all grown now, and they're good kids. I got to tell you that story too, Matt. You're gonna get a kick out of this. But I went over there. I just like going over there, and you walk down the street, and they call you Oibo, which is basically their version of the N word for white folk. It means peeled one. You ain't
that's
black.
funny. Yeah.
It's like taking
That's
the skin
funny.
off an onion. And so then you would go up north, and they'd call you things like Mamuye, which was man who stole our land, which I don't know how that happened because I didn't see any white people around there with any land at all. But got married to a girl I really didn't know, and I had 4 kids with her.
Where'd y'all get married? In
Augusta,
Africa?
Georgia. Augusta, Georgia. No, she came home within a month of her coming. She lived over there for 2 years. She's like Little House on the Prairie. She was teaching doctors and missionary kids in one room schoolhouse.
How long was she in the missionary position?
Well, at least 4 times I know of. And
When he caught her on the fifth one, he decided to divorce her.
I'm telling you, she was nuts, man. She's still nuts, bless her heart. We get along pretty good as long as I ain't got to live with her. She's like a stage 3 hoarder. She got stuff everywhere. I mean, she's still got cassette tapes in a Rubbermaid deal. I mean, it's nuts. These hoarders are a trip. She's crazy. She knows she's crazy. I don't mind saying it. But we had good kids. My oldest daughter, she's in Alabama. She's a teacher.
Roll Tide?
She was Roll Tide.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't let the kids
What
go
do you
to.
mean was?
The mother of my children was.
Okay, yeah.
My daughter's not. She went to Jacksonville
like,
State.
Yeah. Okay.
She went to Jacksonville State. My 25-year-old daughter, she went to Troy. She's a professional dancer, not like Aunt Shirley.
Yeah.
Runs in the family.
Yeah, she's not on the pole, but she went to Troy on a dance scholarship.
What
I
do you
didn't
mean
know you could do
professional
that.
dancer? What?
Well, I mean,
What
she
other kind of
makes-
professional dancing do adults
Well, I'll
do?
tell you, she works for Disney. It's so
The hell you say?
it's so she tours all over the world.
Do they know about you?
Man, they do, and that's another story, Justin. Because every now and then I'll run into her somewhere in the country, and I'll be like, "Let's go to lunch or go to dinner," and I'll bring her back to the hotel to drop her off. And I said, "Let me go and meet your friend." She's like, "No," and I was like, "What do you think I'm gonna do?" She goes, "They know who you are. You're not coming
What do you
in
think
there."
I'm going to do? You're going to be you.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, listen, I'm in the entertainment industry. You think I'm not around gay folks? She goes, you ain't gonna be around these gay folks. But she
Your
called me on the
manager
phone.
was gay.
He was gay. My Willie.
Really?
Yeah, my agent. My
Yeah,
agent in
that's what
LA.
was
He's
your
gay
agent.
to be. And super gay. Like gay. Like no other option gay. Like never even tried anything. We were at the
Gold Star. That's
Gold
what we
Star.
learned.
Danae
From
Hayes told
Danae.
us gold star. She
Star.
said it's a gold star.
Well, we got on the elevator at the agency out there in
On the
Beverly
what?
Hills. An elevator.
Okay,
They
first
don't
time
got
you said it
those
was
over
kind of
there.
like an elephant. I was
No.
like, how you say an elevator over here?
We get on there, and these girls are on there, these models and actresses, and we're riding up the thing. And I look at him, and I was like, not even a tinge of temptation. And he goes, not a bit. I find it disgusting. I was like, you're gay. Gay.
That's gay, brother.
Gay.
Yeah.
Like gay.
Yeah.
So,
It's like the F word.
like,
Is he
all caps.
is he still your agent?
No, not anymore.
Y'all good friends?
No, we're good friends.
Yeah.
I mean, he don't call me back, but I consider him.
Yeah.
I mean, we never got like prison friends. He didn't look out for me.
Bro.
I didn't join a gang. We were at the Four Seasons. This is funny. We were at the Four Seasons in Beverly Hills having breakfast. You got Tom Hanks sitting over there. You got John Cena sitting over here. And we're having this breakfast meeting with these guys, and we're pitching sitcoms, and it was with Lionsgate. And he looks at me and he goes, "Where are you staying? What hotel are you staying in? You staying here, Four Seasons?" I was like, "No, I'm at the Ramada over in West Hollywood." And he goes, "Why do you stay over there? That's the gayest place in Hollywood." I was like, "Not my room is not. I lock the doors and sleep face up, you know? I like, But it is gay. But the cool thing about it is you can go to the bars at night and dudes will buy you drinks.
You get drunk for free.
Yeah, for free. And every now and then it's a little touchy-feely, but that's all. That's it.
I mean, you got long hugs. That's all.
Just embraces. They don't call them hugs.
Just embrace it.
I'd be out there with our other comedian friends, and, you know, you're having a drink late at night, and the bartender's up, he just listens to your conversation, like, "Did y'all meet on Grindr?" Like, this ain't a love story, bitch. But we were,
We got to go into an ad now. This episode is brought to you by Grindr.
this portion of White Trash with Money brought to you by Manscaped.
I had a partnership with them.
I
for a
did
while,
too.
yeah.
I used to have these Christian folks that just written a book, like Kirk Cameron would come on the show. He just wrote a book for like Brave Books talking about Jesus and all this stuff. And I'd be like, "We got to go to a break. Do you feel ungroomed?"
Well, you know, that's what happened
It
on
was awkward.
the Trump interview that we did, and I ended up having
Yeah.
to do a Manscaped ad in it talking about shaving my balls in Iraq.
I'm telling you.
It's like my mom was like, I really liked everything about that interview, and I'm so proud of you. But did you really have to talk about shaving your private regions with the
But like
president?
that was already negotiated
was
before
a
we
done
even
deal.
did that.
I was like, Mama,
episode.
you know how you know how we got the bills paid
Like,
this
Mama,
year
this is a
for you?"
for-profit business, and Trump didn't pay them. But no, so I got a kid at Auburn. That's bad. I didn't want her to go to Auburn.
West Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know you had a mentally disabled child.
I'm telling you, we're gonna pray for her though.
What's she majoring in?
Oh, theater, dude. Someone be paying for her for a long time too. So But my dancing daughter, she tours all over the world. She's come back from Paris, and she's doing great. She's the only one that ain't never asked for money. But when she called me, she said, "I'm gonna go to work for Disney." I said, "That's fine as long as they let you remain a girl." So far, so good. But then my son, 18 years old, he's technically a junior at Auburn and has never been there, but he graduated a week before he graduated high school. We homeschool these kids. He graduated from college with a degree in mechanical engineering, and then a week later graduated from high school. They give him a medal that basically represents in Alabama that you graduated college before high school. So he went and gave a valedictory address to a group of kids he ain't never met. Can you imagine what a bitch it would be to be the salutatorian, whatever you call it, and you got to listen to this pinhead give you a speech about having the highest GPA, and you done worked your ass off for 4 years, and the only time my son ever went there was to teach the trigonometry class when he was 14. He's a prodigy. He don't look nothing like me.
Have y'all done a DNA test?
He looks like my postman, Ping. He's my retirement plan. Ping ain't getting a dime of that money. Ping always talking about my daughter a pirate. I was like, a pirate? She fry airplanes.
That's Andy's dad.
I mean, you know.
Oh, Lord have mercy. So,
Tell a wrestling story. You reminded me of something I forgot. Talk about being overserved. I know we got to quit because y'all got a schedule, but I like talking.
Oh, we ain't got that. So the last time we saw each other
was when Undertaker got brought into the World Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And they unveiled his statue. You want to talk about a pile of rednecks that go after that wrestling stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, bro, that is salt of the earth.
That's
crazy.
my people.
I'm telling you.
That's our people.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, go out there and I'm like, I found my tribe. I didn't know. So Matt comes up with this idea. His brother is there, and his brother, you can't miss the light of family resemblance. They all got that slope. And I said,
you know what? He ain't wrong.
It ain't wrong. And so y'all said they got wrestling over at Gillies. We were in Dallas. They got wrestling over at Gillies. And I said, what? We go over there. It's you know how, the level of redneck retard you got at the big matches at AT&T Stadium's one thing. That's redneck with a pedigree. The subhuman Cro-Magnons you got that go to Gillies to watch people beat the shit out of each other on plywood is another deal.
For a hot dog and a handshake.
And I don't know. I know because y'all have spent time with the man, but Matt Lyda drops names worse than any other man on the planet. He knows every damn body. I mean, he helped Charlie Daniels shake the dew off his dick one time at a urinal. I mean, he will tell you about giving John Schneider a hand job in the General League. He's done it.
He was lonely.
I love being around his wife when he starts telling stories because she just rolls her eyes. Here we go. I was with Riley Green in a duck blind. And so, anyway, I remember what Miss K was cooking the day Phil died. I mean, it was crazy.
Sweet potato pie, boy.
I'm telling you. So we go to this deal. And I'm like, Matt, everybody. And they know him. That's the thing. They know him. It's not about who you know. It's who knows you.
Yeah, you can't call him out on the shit because what he's saying is
true.
It's true.
It's true. These people like him for some reason. So
if you're popular today, I probably don't know you, though.
We go to this deal, and it is just next level people in there. We go in there, and we got to buy tickets. So we walk into the deal, and this guy's sitting there at the table checking IDs, and he said, you got to buy tickets. And he's like, where do we get tickets? And he points like 4 foot away at a ticket booth and says, right there. And we walk over there, and there's nobody in there. We turn around to him and said, there's nobody in here to sell us a ticket. He stands his fat ass up off that stool and walks right in there.
He's buying himself some more time.
We get in there, and Matt says to me, have you ever met the 30-time world champion arm wrestler? I was like, can't say I have. I didn't know there was such a thing.
Monster Michael Todd.
And this dude has got arms like a telephone pole. I mean, he's a monster. And he's in there. It's a shit show, Justin. He's in there. They're going to let him wrestle. He don't know how to wrestle. I'm like, he's going to rip somebody's head off. He's a moose. But they had it all choreographed for him to.
No, thank God it wasn't Rampage Jackson's son.
Yeah,
That might have been fun. But
it was with Adam Shearer. It was Braun Strowman's deal. So he left the WWE and he started this thing. And what he does is we're sitting there at this booth, right? And the guy goes, some obscure, just way over the top price, $50 a ticket or something. And I went, bro, I ain't paying $50 a ticket for this. I was like, no. I said, man, the guy on the front row right there is about to wrestle. I was like, that's my buddy. And I was like, the guy that owns this whole thing is Adam Shearer. I said, here's the text message from him that says, come on in, you're good. And the guy goes, oh, well, y'all just go on in then. So we go on in, right? And it's me and Chad, my brother and my brother's wife. Now, my wife has enough common sense to say, I'm going back to the hotel. Yeah. I ain't dealing with this. I'm going to the Omni. And I went, oh, I see somebody over there. So I just walk off. And now I got Chad and my brother over there. And Chad looked at my brother and he said, Matt Lyda's one of them people that'll introduce you to people that you didn't know you were supposed to know.
That's the damn truth.
He goes, why has he brought us here?
And
about that time, the wrestling happens. It gets done. Adam comes down. Michael comes over and hangs out with us and chilling out with us and everything.
He's a big old boy. He's a fire plug. He built like that recliner.
Yeah.
That arm wrestling boy.
Oh, yeah.
That dude's ass.
Michael's massive.
He's a fire plug. And he comes over and he's like, how'd I do? I was like, well, you won. He goes, yeah, well, I was supposed to win. But how did it look? I was like, look great. What do you want me to tell you? I'm afraid you whooped my ass.
It's going to be nice.
5 stars on Yelp.
Be as nice to you as I possibly can.
Yeah. My God.
Yeah, we've had some wild
We were doing that deal in Savannah. Every now and then y'all raise money down there.
Yeah.
For all this stuff. And who was that? You got Chuck Liddell comes into that stuff and you ordered a Tito's.
All at the bar. That's good.
And you don't even drink.
I don't drink.
Just to mess with Liddell.
So Chuck Liddell's there. Him and Tito Ortiz hate each other, right? Chuck's standing right beside me. And I've known Chuck for a little bit. And they said, Chuck, what you want to drink? And before he could get out of his mouth, I said, he wants Tito's over ice. He just looked at me. I was like, oh. He got drunk one night in Vegas.
See, that scares me.
Tyler and everybody else was egging him on to kick me. They were like, just kick him one time.
Oh my God.
And I was like, and Chuck is standing there with a bottle of whiskey and he's looking at me and he's like, okay, I'll do it. And I was like, no,
Please.
We don't need to convince you to do it. Y'all need to convince me to take it. And there ain't enough money out here right now to let that happen. I said, Chuck Liddell's not kicking me right now. And they were egging it on to a point where I just left. I was like, I ain't doing this. I was like, this is going to be a surprise kick. And that's going to be even worse.
Break your leg.
Oh, yeah, it'd be awful. That'd be terrible.
The things people do.
But we went up there to Augusta one time for Chad's comedy show. Mm-hmm. Me and my wife, and we're up there, we're backstage, and I looked at Chad, and I said, Chad, if you ever not have an opener, I said, man, I got a little bit of material, probably fits right in with your crowd. And now we've been hung out in Vegas, and I've told him all these jokes at the poker table, and he's like, no, man, because I just don't think that'll work. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm sitting there thinking, I ain't no professional. I said, this is a professional. I said, he's sold out a theater here. I was like, this makes...
Until you see his show.
We're in the Georgia Theater, and it's sold out, and I'm like, well, it makes sense. I said, I'm really a nobody just doing a bunch of open mics. Mm-hmm. And we go out there, and about halfway through the show, and Amy looked at me, she goes, this seems a little familiar.
Yeah. I said, I'm going to pull it out of the repertoire. Anything even halfway funny Matt Lyda's ever said to me is about to get recycled.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I went, well, that's the reason why I can't open for Chad.
I used to get on the phone with Matt Lyda and be like, hey, man, what you been thinking about?
I'd call him. I said, man, I just thought about another joke. I said, you work it out. I said, but I can't figure it out. I said, but I think it's got a good premise. And he's like, all right. So I'll just tell him, and I'd hang up the phone. I'd call him 6 months later. Hey, man, I got another idea.
Call me up. Let me know. I got a new tour.
Oh, man. So what you up to these days, bud?
Little as possible. No, I still do some shows and the podcast. I do the podcast thing. And Chad Prather show, I've been doing that for 11 years, I guess. And, everybody knows it. If you know me, I'm in the political, Google me, I'm in the political side of things. I catch a lot of hell for that, but I enjoy it. I'm not a political guy, I'm a cultural guy. I think culture is weird, it's crazy, it's easy to make fun of. You got to mock it, ridicule it, and laugh at it a little bit, keep from crying. But I think it's important, to have some commentary on those things. And, it was years ago, whenever Hillary Clinton was running and Donald Trump was running, I didn't understand either one of them. Neither one of them made sense to me. And all those primary opponents they had in 2015, I did a video. I said, it's like figuring out who to vote for is like trying to figure out which venereal disease you're most okay living with for the next 4 to 8 years, right? I had no idea the world was fixing to unleash hell, like just crazy with the division and everything that we've dealt with. But, I was on the blaze for a number of years, I guess 5 or 6 years. And, yeah, it's been crazy. I always said I wasn't going to do political humor, wasn't going to get into it, but I did.
Yeah.
I just can't help but be stupid.
I will say, me and you were in D.C. for...
God, you remember times I can't remember.
We were up there, we did a show with a mutual, and we went to dinner that night. And both of us, while we were at the studio, was like, man, that guy over there looks familiar. He walks away, and somebody comes up and says, you know who that is, right? And we just told this guy, yeah, I'd like to have you, some energy drinks from the store. He was running to the store to get some snacks and energy drinks. Mm-hmm. He said, that's Al Robertson. Mm. And we were like, oh, wait, that's how I got in with the Dynasty folks, the Robertsons. So we go to dinner that night, and me and Chad are at dinner at Roost Chris, eating, having a good time. Al's there with his wife, and we both clicked that night to a point where he would say something, I would say something, he would say something, I'd say something, and Al and Lisa cried laughing the whole night.
Yeah.
They didn't stop laughing. They leave, me and him go back to the hotel, we're sitting at the bar. He looked at me and he goes, I'm going to weasel my way into Blaze TV, by God.
I did, too. And then, you know what? I played hard to get. It took them 8 months to get me to sign a contract. I was like, I don't know. I'm with Lionsgate. I'm working on sitcoms. I don't know. No real money in it. Let's see. It was a good 5 or 6 years. Thanks, Glenn Beck. But yeah, I shouldn't tell that story, but I will. Al's a preacher. And we were on my tour bus one time. We were in Shreveport, Louisiana, sitting in the parking lot of the Horseshoe out there in Bossier City. And Al and his wife sitting on the bus. We were shooting some content for another show I was doing. And I said, man, we got some good bourbon in here. And I've stayed in like Jep's house. I've been over there in West Monroe. I've been with the family. And I was like, we got some good bourbon. I said, let me pour you a little bit, Al. And he said, I'll drink a little bit with you. I had a show that night in Shreveport. I was pretty ripped. I come off stage back there. This is like where Elvis performed and everything. Still got nails sticking out of the floorboards of the stage. And Al is leaning, the preacher, he leaning on the green room door like this. And I looked at him, I was like, hey, get him out of here. Get him back on the bus. You know how you have to pull over in the truck to throw up? We had to pull the bus over.
It's pretty bad when you got to pull the bus over. There's a bathroom in it.
There's a bathroom in it. But he was sitting, you know how the bus driver's here, and you always got that swivel seat up there.
Yeah.
And he was turning this way, so he was riding backwards too.
Ooh, that wasn't a good move.
And I said, he ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it.
He ain't gonna make it to the bathroom. He
ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it. Let gravity help him. Push him down the stairs.
Oh man, what a good man.
He's a good dude, man.
Well, Chad, we do an after hours.
I love it.
For about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
This is where
we're supposed to say the embarrassing things?
This is where we get unhinged.
Okay. Yeah.
You willing to stick around for that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you want to take us out of here?
No. Andy, you want to take us out of here?
Well, thanks for watching White Trash Money. See you later.
He's getting better at it.
We got to get closed captions. We got to get subtitles for it.
Put subtitles.
Oh, you're rocking some white trash. Harry Carey. Oh, yeah. I ain't never seen anybody do Harry Carey with an elk. Yeah.
Listen, did you know? Well, thanks for tuning in. White Trash with Money podcast.